Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to install the latest version of Kali Linux on your Apple Silicon Mac. Now this should work on M1, M2, M3, M4 or even M5. Now head to your browser and then search for UTM. Now UTM is a virtualization software we are going to use for this installation. So click on UTM virtual machines and download. Next, we also have to download Kali Linux installer file. So head to kali.org and then click on the download button here. Now select installer images, and under installer images you can see the latest release of Kali, currently 2025.3. From here you can select Apple Silicon ARM64 and then click on the installer and it should start downloading. The file size is around 3.6 gigabytes, so it should take a while to download. After downloading, you can close your browser and then open your download folder. And here we have Kali Linux ISO file and we also have UTM. Now let's double click on UTM to install. Drag UTM to applications, drop. Now close this, go to your launchpad and search for UTM. Now click on open, continue. Now we're going to create a new virtual machine, so click on it. Now you have two options. We can virtualize, which is going to be faster but it runs on the native CPU, or we can emulate using the second option, which is slower. In this case, I'm just going to virtualize, so select virtualize. And then for the pre-configured, we are going with Linux. Set the memory, which is your RAM. I have 16 gigs on this system, so I'm going to allocate about 4 gigabytes to my virtual machine, and that should be fine. Next, we're going to set CPU cores. My CPU has 12 cores, so I'm going to allocate 4 to the virtual machine. And then continue. We are going with boot from ISO. Now let's click on browse under the path and then select Kali Linux ARM64 image in our download folder. Open, continue. Now set the disk size. I would recommend anything over 40 gig. I'm just going to give it 64 gig. Continue. Now give your virtual machine a name. I'm just going to call this Kali Linux 25.3 and then save. Now if we run the virtual machine from here, play, it shows the installation screen where we can select graphical install, but once we hit enter it shows display output is not active and it just remains like this. So to fix this error we have to close this and then right click on your virtual machine, stop it, right click, edit. Now under devices we're going to add a new device, so click on new and then add serial. This is just for the installation. Save and then let's run it again. So you can see a little pop-up down here which we are going to use for the installation. So first we select graphical install, hit enter. Now we select the language for the installation. Select your country or region, keyboard layout, the host name we're going to leave it as Kali, hit enter. Domain name we're going to leave it empty as well. Full name for this user, you can call it whatever you want. Username for your account, and then also enter a password for your account. And then continue. Verify the password as well. Select your time zone. Continue. Now select guided use entire disk for the partitioning method. We're going to select the virtual disk, which is 68.7 gigabytes. Continue. All files in one partition, that is what we need. Continue. Finish partitioning and write changes to disk. Continue. Select yes to write changes to the disk. And it should start installing the base system. Now we can select the desktop interface we want to use. I'm going to use Xface, but you can use GNOME or KDE Plasma, whichever you prefer. So if you're using Xface like me, then you just have to continue and it should start installing the desktop environment. This should take about 5 to 10 minutes. And the installation is complete. Now hit enter to continue and it should reboot. Now we no longer need the serial, we can remove it. So let's close this, shut down, close this, right click and edit, and then we can remove serial from here, right click and remove. Now on that system you can always increase or reduce the RAM and CPU cores as well. Now scroll down and select USB drive here, and then let's clear the path to our ISO since we no longer need it, to clear and then save. Now we can run Kali Linux after the installation and it should work just fine. Select Kali Linux. Now log in with your username and password. So basically this is how to install and run the latest version of Kali Linux, currently version 2025.3 on your Apple Silicon Macs using UTM. If you need more videos on Kali Linux, then don't forget to like this video so you'll be recommended more videos like this. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your post notification as well. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.